Rise and shine, everyone. I can't tell you how good it feels not to have to wake up at 4:30 or 4 or 3:30 in the morning right now. It's quarter to 8. Thank you so much for understanding the fact that I won't be able to sustain 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. workout videos on the weekends. I will, however, continue to post them hopefully around or before 8 a.m. every weekend. This morning's workout isn't too strenuous. We're going to start out with the beginner's workout. And the beginner's workout is going to start in the top part of a push-up position. So what we're going to do, we're going to be in that push-up position, and you're going to lift one leg up and try to keep that back flat. The idea is you're trying to keep that foot in as close to your hand as possible. Knee should be around elbow level, and the weight's in your heel. You hold that for 3 seconds aside. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. You're going to do at least 5 per side. Last one here. When you're done that, what I'll get you to do, I have this. It's just a little mat. You can get a book, you can get something to elevate the surface of your feet. And what you'll do, you'll put your toes up on there so you're up on your heels. You keep your back straight, put your hands behind your head, and open up that chest as much as you can. And you're going to come straight down. You'll feel a really intense, deep stretch through your hamstrings, your glutes, your calves, that entire posterior chain. Just come right back up. So deep breath, and down. Remember, when you're coming back up, don't try to pull up with your lower back. Squeeze your glutes as much as you can and use your hamstrings to come back up. Brace your core a little bit and it'll protect your lower back from getting sore. We're going to do 6, 7 more of these. So I'm holding it at the bottom for about 1.5 seconds. Trying to extend that chest up into the air, lengthening that spine, bracing that core to protect the lower back. Really activating those glutes and hamstrings as they come down. Back up. It's a really good one for hamstring mobility, or at least a nice good hamstring stretch. It feels really good usually. Just going to hop down now. And what you're going to do, you're going to start in the knee push-up position from the bottom. You're going to do a knee push-up. Put your feet down. Come the rest of the way up and lower yourself down. So you're pushing up in the knee push-up position, but lowering in the regular push-up position. You're going to do at least 5 of those, but aim for 10 total. So up from the knees, plant your toes, come up, lower. Knees, push up, lower. And lower. Good. I'll give you one guess as to what exercise we're going to end with again today. Shoulder dislocations, hooray! We're going to do them a little bit differently today, as in we're going to do a bit of a stall near where the most challenging part of your shoulder dislocation is. So for me, I'll get to about here, and then it's the hardest part. So I'm going to do smaller rotations in the back, in the hardest part, do 10, just smaller half dislocations starting from the hardest part of the movement. Again, you should always try and do these with a band, because in addition to opening up the parts that are typically tight, they actually develop the muscles that don't get as much love and attention because you're pulling the band apart in order to do the dislocation. It makes a really, really big difference. The other thing is too, when you're behind there, it's actually stretching your chest and your anterior deltoids open. Really, really helps with that natural, just good postural form. Now, for everyone else today, we're going to start with a bit of an interesting movement that I've grown to love and hate at the same time. It's called a hand walk out to push-up. You're going to just start standing up straight, then come on down, walk yourself out to a push-up plank, do a push-up, come on back up. That's one. Keep your core braced, try to keep your spine up as long as you can when you're coming down. Aim to get a bit of a hamstring stretch. We're going to do at least 10 of these. One thing that you can really pay attention to is when you're coming down, notice if your knees go out, if they come in, or if they're staying perfectly straight. I personally, when I get to a certain point, I'll get to about here, and my knees start externally rotating to get out of the way. Fight against that a little bit, try to keep them pointing forward the whole time. Keep those knees pointing forward the whole time, and it'll really help with your posture. Work on that mobility a little bit. Anytime you're practicing a movement where you're forcing yourself into the posture you want to be in, you're making a positive move toward achieving that posture. So we'll just do 3 more here. Here we go. I personally need to stretch out my hip flexors this morning. They get really, really tight. So we're going to do alternating lunges with a twist. Hold that there for 3 seconds this morning. Push off with the heel. Notice how I'm lowering my back leg as opposed to lunging my front leg forward. Just another 5 per leg. And last one. Here we go. How'd that feel today? Now, instead of the standard push-ups, we're going to add a hamstring stretch into it. So I'm going to do the dive bomb push-ups today. We're going to start in tabletop. Plant your toes. I had a friend who pointed out that I have a really crappy downward dog. It's because I had a back injury a little while ago. You should try to keep your back at least this flat. Your hands should be, your arms should be right next to your head. Your down dog should look a lot nicer than mine. I can give you all the cues, but because my back's a little injured, I'm not going to have a perfect downward facing dog. So plant those feet. We're going to come into a downward facing dog position, trying to press your heels into the ground, lengthening your spine, feeling that nice stretch in the hamstrings and calves. What you're going to do, get comfortable, and dive bomb. And then all the way back. Again, if that's too difficult for you, you can dive bomb and then just come up rather than back down. The coming up is usually the harder part for most people. You can get to here, but then get back up the same way you came. Can be a little challenging for most people. So try and get a nice, good abdominal stretch when you're up here. And we're just doing 5 of these. Cool. So, last thing of the day, good old trusty shoulder dislocations. I do these every day. I do recommend doing them every day, not at a super high volume. And they just strengthen your shoulders. They work on your rotator cuff. They do a little bit of everything. They're really, really good for injury prevention, minor injury rehabilitation. Don't push this if you have a shoulder injury. In fact, don't do any of the shoulder dominant exercises if you have a shoulder injury. Be smart. But yeah, we're just going to end with 10 nice easy shoulder dislocations. So, hear my ribs and collarbone cracking like a bowl of Rice Krispies right now. And one more. There we go. Nice and easy. Remember, use a tension or a length that allows you not to bend your arms at all when you're doing those. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed that workout. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day, guys.